From the good evening, guys. Welcome back. It's Monday evening. It's Monday Racing League time. After last 6 race in Mexico City, we're going a little bit more south to Brazil, to Sao Paulo. The track name Interlagos for a sprint race today, and next week we're going for Las Vegas. Today we have 48 laps in total, 12 in the sprint, 36 in the main race. We have 15 corners, 10 to the right, 5 to the left. Total track length is 4.3 kilometers. Race distance today 206.8 kilometers, and the current Emerald track record is from Carlson Season 4. It's a 109.289. Let's have a quick look to the driver standings. Spaghetti is leading with 24 points ahead of Myth in the Mercedes. On P3 we have Berra in AlphaTauri, P4 Salty Mercedes, P5 Sumuku in the Red Bull, P6 Nordling in the Alpine, P7 Roble gained one position in Aston Martin, P8 we have Fredak lost one in Alpine, then we have on P9 Yo-Yo in the Ferrari, and on P10 Degeret as well in the Ferrari. Let's also have a quick look to the constructor standings. Mercedes is leading with 93.5 points ahead of McLaren. P3 we have Alpine, P4 AlphaTauri, P5 Ferrari, P6 Red Bull, 7 Alfa Romeo, 8 Aston Martin, 9 Williams, and on P10 we have Haas. Now let's go for some qualifying here in Interlagos. So sorry I missed the commentating stuff, I just disabled the microphone, but we're back. We just saw before Sumuko and Spaghetti playing a little boys game. They're good friends, always rivals in the MRL, and just to let you know, Sumuko won the last race here in Brazil in Season 6. He won the sprint race as well, the main race. We see here now Sumuko is going for 108.133, so the first time on the board here. Yeah. Let's go to Wolfring. One of the Alfa Romeo drivers today. Let's just have a quick weather update. Let's see if there is some rain approaching in the qualifying. I don't think so. Just in approximately 15 minutes we have overcast sky. But no rain expected, at least for the qualifying. So Wolfring went for a 109.1. 1 second slower than Sumuko. Looks like Sumuko has a good pace today. And I think GDA went for another attempt here. There's a green sector 1, 17.0 in sector 1. That's not too slow, but not the fastest. But here on this track, sector 2 is the sector you need to make the difference. Green sector 2, 34 seconds. 5/10. Let's see what's the outcome. He's maybe a little bit lacking at the end with his ERS. He's going for 108.563, currently position 2. And yes, Cooper, if you're watching, Cooper the Casco, thank you for the follow. I think you want to see Osman driving here. These are very tactical corners here. Going uphill, now the turn to the right. Also here it's very easy to lose the car on this left-hander here. Now the final turn here, Looks like Osman has some slipstream from the Mercedes and the McLaren in front. Where is he going? The Osman went for a 110.6, currently P4. And we see the little boys are playing there again. Ozzy. 5 place grid penalty for Spaghetti. Wasn't a nice meeting here on track between Myth and Spaghetti. So looks like today everybody is against Myth, because Myth is the current leader in the driver standings. For you again, yeah. What are they doing? Just to let you know, Cooper, normally it's not like this. It's just the end of the season, and as I said, the little boys want to have some fun, and yeah. But surely a sad moment for Spaghetti, because he received the 5 place grid penalty. Luckily it's in the sprint race and not in the main race. So Myth is maybe going now for a hot lap. The current champion from the Monday Racing League. No, he's backing off here. Okay, let's go. Ooh. I wanted to jump in the Ferrari from Yo-Yo. He achieved 2 podiums last time out. What was it? The last race was Mexico, and the other one was COTA, Circuit of the Americas. I think Somuku and Meep had fun. Spaghetti is not having fun because he received the penalty, but let's keep fingers crossed that Spaghetti is striking back and going maybe for another win here in the Monday Racing League. We never know, we just know that... Oops, okay. 5 place grid penalty and the spin from Yo-Yo. Yeah, very special to commentate today. If the kids are playing. It looks like the car from Yo-Yo is stuck. Okay. Now let's have some good laps here. Let's go for GDA. I think he's taken it a little bit more serious than the other ones. Then Samuku, Spaghetti and Myth, and yeah, he's pressing the pedal to the metal now. Taking some slipstream from the car in front. It's McLaren in front. And let's have a look what can he... Illegal blocking, okay, 5 place grid penalty for Samuku. At least Samuku is now behind Spaghetti, I think, in the start position for the sprint race. But let's focus here on GDA. He improved on the first sector, 17.0. Now hopefully the McLaren in front is not blocking too much here. Not sure who it is it Spaghetti or Ripster? Yeah, GDA needed to back off. I'm sure he's now a little bit angry to the McLaren driver. But if, yeah, it was Ripster. Ripster was also on a hot lap. So it wasn't an intentional blocking in this case. I had once the same thing. I drove in, was it Abu Dhabi? I went for a hot lap, invalidated in one of the last corners, and then went for another run with an empty battery, and the current Mercedes driver, Salty, has been behind me, and he was over a second faster than me, and it looks like I blocked him, but I was on a hot lap. I couldn't go faster because of the empty battery, but these are stories from the last season. Let's hope the Yo-Yo is going in now. We have 3 minutes 50 left in qualifying. But the standings will not stay like this, because Baguette has a 5 grid place. Yeah, 5 place grid penalty this way. Ending up on P10. Also, Zumuku has, I think, a 10 place grid penalty. Let's see who is coming out in front of each other, Baguette or Zumuku, and I think also Myth has a penalty. Now let's see, Wolfring. He's on an outlap now. Now let's see what Wolfring can achieve here. Just invalidated in the first corner. I think if it stays like this, then we have a pole position for GDA and Salty on P2. We have 1 minute 50 left here in this session, qualifying session. We have some cars still on the outlap. Hopefully they don't block now Wolfring. Looks like GDA wanna give his teammate Wolfring some slipstream, but this doesn't help cause Wolfring invalidated in the first corner. Now let's see, is GDA the new poleman here in Interlagos, Brazil? Oof. And it looks like Osman said that Wolfring and Arola stay in the pit, don't go out for a last try. Because now it's anyway too late, only 30 seconds left in this qualifying session here. Now we have a purple sector 2 from GDA, it's needed on his side cause I just see that Salty has a purple sector 1 3 times faster than GDA in the first sector. Now let's go to Yo-Yo in the Ferrari. No, here, he just finished. Now last turns for Salty. Salty going for pole position. Looks like Myth is giving him some slipstream. Very beautiful teamwork here for the McLaren guys. And 2 purple sectors for Salty. Sector 1 purple, Sector 2 purple, and Sector 3 purple. We have a pole position from Salty in the Mercedes. Beautiful teamwork from the Mercedes guys. Nicely done here. A 107.9. What a time. A solid time from Salty. The Hungarian driver who won together with Myth the last Constructor Championship from Season 6. It looks like they win it also here in Season 7. Nobody else is on a hot lap. No. So let's wait for the final qualifying result. Where are the kids are ranked? Spaghetti, Myth and Samuku. But it might be lots of fun if they are driving all together in one little group at the back of the field. So we have 5 positions for Spaghetti, as I said. Myth also 5 positions and 10 positions for Samuku. Yeah. So it might be Salty ahead of GDA. Yo-Yo, Wolfrin, Ripster, Osman, Ozzy, Aroble, Spaghetti, Myth and Samuku, I think. We just need to wait until the drivers have chosen their strategy. Looks like it is dry, at least for the first laps. Let's see later on the weather forecast. Hopefully there is some rain in the main race, because in the sprint race there are only 12 laps to go. Maybe also in the sprint race we have some rain. A typical Brazilian weather. Especially for this season. Now we have June. May, June. Looks like Aroble has some problems with the connection. He's leaving and joining again. By the way, I'm down here. Cheers. Ah, here. Have a good one. So maybe we have a new winner today. Okay, we just start with it, so there is no warm-up lap here. But why is Samuku on P1? doesn't understand this beautiful game here. We just saw something happen to Yo-Yo. He spun in the first corners. Could somebody explain why the grid penalties are not taken into account for the sprint race? That's weird stuff, but anyway. Hey Giga, no, well, you missed some kindergarten stuff from our drivers with Spaghetti and Samuku. They have some grid penalties, but yeah, I think the grid penalties are only taken into account for the main race. But let's see. Currently we see Samuku, the Swiss driver, on his first lap, 1:13.6. Leading the sprint race here, only 12 laps in the sprint race. Just behind him we have GDA. Let's go to the position changes. We see Salty lost 2 positions. Samuku and GDA gained 1 and Spaghetti gained 4. Myth gained 4. Looks like the grid penalty has been taken into account for Spaghetti and Myth, but not for Samuku. Well, it's anyway a weird game, but yeah, let's keep on driving here. Let's keep on focusing on the action. Just quick check for the tires. Here we have many medium runners and 3 soft runners. By the way, I do like Brazil. It's for me it's one of the most beautiful tracks to drive here in Formula 1. Samuku is, no, GDA is going for 109.6 fastest lap on the sprint race. Now the DRS is enabled. This here is the closest fight between Yo-Yo and Wolfring. Wolfring is just 3 tenths behind. Let's see, is he going for an overtake attempt here? Yes, he tries, and close to 2 wide, but Yo-Yo defended nicely here, and yeah, Wolfing needed to back off. What, that's rally skills, these are rally skills. But it's not gravel here, it's tarmac, and it's a Formula 1 car with some more horsepower than a WRC car, but Yo-Yo just did it very nicely to keep the car on track. Beautiful car handling. We just see here some fights between Spaghetti and Salty. Salty went very close to Spaghetti. And behind Salty we have the current champion Myth, who should be in front of Spaghetti to have a chance for the driver championship title in this season. Well, it's not a big gap between Spaghetti and Myth in the standings, but every point counts, and looks like Myth is somehow not really able to overtake Spaghetti. But that's just for time being. Maybe he's managing his tires and going for an attack later on, and I'm sure Salt is giving Myth the position to attack Spaghetti later on. You see here it's already 2.2 seconds gap between GDA and Spaghetti. Let's see what Ozzy is doing here. He's using very high gears through this section. You see third gear. Let's see later on, maybe Sumuku when he passes this section, is he also using third gear or is he going down to second or first gear? I'm not sure. I think I went just for some seconds or milliseconds to first gear. Let's go to Sumuku to have a look. Oh, he's also in the third gear. Okay. Now let's go back to the action here where it's close and the fight for the title is a topic here. GDA lost a little bit the connection to Sumuku. It's 1.5 seconds gap now between Sumuku on P1 and GDA on P2. Forget 1.4 seconds behind GDA and very close. We see in front here from the car from mid. We see it very close driving from Salty. Now Salty is attacking here. Spaghetti. Beautiful overtake. Yes, Cooper, it's equal performance. We just saw before in the qualifying that the Mercedes guys are playing the team game. Myth gave Salty a very nice slipstream, very nice tow onto the main straight on his pole position lap. Maybe now Salty is doing a little bit the team game for Myth. And we just see maybe an overtake from Salty. Let's go to him. Very close behind GDA and using a little bit of battery and is overtaking, and GDA tried to defend but no chance. Yeah, Toto would be very proud. I will just see that also Spaghetti is trying to overtake GDA on this turn here. The first stop and hammock the corner last season, I think. So we have a very close field here, or well, field, some very close drivers. Now there is another car between Salty and Myth. We have Spaghetti and GDA in the sandwich from the two Mercedes drivers. So it looks like GDA is a little bit lacking of pace because of his soft tires. The tire usage is already, we see it here, you have it also on the screen, 32% in front and 32 in the back. Now we just looked down to the dashboard and missed the overtake from Spaghetti onto Salty. And Myth overtook GDA. Now let's roll the dice. 3 laps left here in the sprint race. And again, very, very close driving from Salty. As I always say, that's a big amount of trust you need to have to the driver in front or the driver next to you. If you're going too wide or driving so close together. Well, it's not the first season these drivers are doing here in the league. They know each other, they know the skills, they know who is braking a little bit earlier than the other one. Let's see the ERS usage. We have 39% from Spaghetti, Salty has 55%, and Myth has 61% usage. So Spaghetti tries to not use too much of his battery so that he can defend at the end of the race. So we have 3-second time penalty for Ripster. That's for... what a view! That's for multiple corner cuts, track limit warnings, and so on. And let's go back to the hottest action here today in the sprint race in Interlagos, Brazil. Spaghetti managed somehow to get 8/10 gap between him and Salty. So 2 more laps to defend position 2 from the 2 Mercedes drivers, which are very hot behind him. And maybe try to do a double overtake here. Oh, Spaghetti went a little bit wide, and that was the time for Salty. Now we see also Myth is attacking Spaghetti, but yeah, Spaghetti has the inside, now the outside line through this section here. Very nicely managed from the 2 Mercedes drivers. They just benefited from a little mistake from Spaghetti, current leader in the driver standings. Yeah. And we're starting the last lap. We haven't had Samuku for a long time here. On the screen, just go quickly to him here, Samuku, let's go back to the race. Sorry Chris, sorry Samuku. But the action is here. We also have a 3 seconds time penalty for Wolverine. But as Yo-Yo is 16 seconds behind Wolverine, it stays like this, the result. Now there is only one question, or 2 questions. Is Spaghetti able to overtake Myth? And the second question is Salty giving position 2 to Myth? Just give you... what was that? Okie dokie. Was there a little contact? I missed that one. But I'm sure the FIA has to do some stuff after this race here, after this event here in Brazil. Current standings here for the sprint race. We have Samuku ahead of Salty, Spaghetti, GDA, Myth on P5, Reeves the 6. On P7 we have Wolfrin, P8, Yo-Yo, and on P9 we have Ozzy, and on P10 we had a Roble, but I think he left the session because of something not working correctly on his gear or within the game. And the driver of the day was Spaghetti. Again here, P1 Samuku in the Red Bull driving for Switzerland, 8 points, Samuku 7 points, not Samuku, Samuku 8, Salty 7 points, Spaghetti 6 points, GDA 5 points, Myth 4 points, Ripster 3 points, Wolfrin 2 points, and 1 point goes to Austria, to Yo-Yo. Now the big race is coming. 36 laps here in the beautiful Interlagos track in Sao Paulo. Now let's see again, is there any preparation lap, out lap, formation lap, or however? Or do we just go directly into the race? Normally we have in our league formation laps activated. Might be activated, but the game is, yeah, as you know, it's not the best game. I already heard some rumors that the next game is even worse than this one, not the best one, but yeah, let's see, keep fingers crossed that at least some stuff is better in the new game than in this game here. You see on the left side the name from FS Shadow. He's reserve driver, but he won twice the Grand Prix here in Brazil. I think he just saw that the league is driving today Brazil and joined the session and is now driving for Red Bull together with Samuku. Just for you, Psy Nelson, FS Shadow is also a controller guy. I'm not sure if they are going for full wets or intermediates, but it looks, for me it looks like intermediates time. As you can see here in the graphics, FS Shadow won Season 5 and Season 4. Won this race here, I should say. I don't think that the weather forecast is working when the session hasn't started, but let's see. I just pressed the weather forecast. No, it says we have some sun. Clear sky, no rain, so it doesn't work for time being. Just wait, just wait for the start of the race, and then we have a proper weather forecast. Hopefully it's dry at the end of the race, so we have some nice tactics are going on here. So we directly start into the race with the view from Yo-Yo. So we had a more or less easy turn 1 here in this session. Salty already far away and Ripster on position 2, Yo-Yo on position 4 now. We have some fights going on in the midfield pack here, and some drivers are going wide. We just saw that Samuku gained one position against Osman Sedat. There has been some carnage there. Wolfrin. Something happened to Wolfrin. Yeah, you see now we have a proper weather forecast. We have some light rain for 10 minutes and later on it's just overcast. Rain possibility goes down to 23%. And I'm just checking the telemetry data. I see that Ozzy has some front wing damage. That's why he's going in now to change his front wing as well. FS Shadow has some front wing damage, and also, who was that? Wolfrin. But Wolfrin stayed out. You see here the aim plate on the left side is missing. It's not easy to steer the car here, but let's see the position changes. Salty on P1, Reeps to P2 with 1 gain here, and Yo-Yo on P3, 3 gains. Myth gained 5 positions as well. Samuku and Spaghetti didn't made any gains or losses, so he stays on his P6 start. GDA lost sadly 5 positions. Then we have a Robles status also on P8 like he started. Wolfrin, very sad for him, also 5 positions lost. Also 3 positions lost here for Osman Sedat, Ozzy, and FS Shadow just came in for the main race. Yeah, he started at the back and is still at the back here. So let's go a little bit to the front here. Wow. Just switched at the right time. I think Yo-Yo had a little bit to fight in that corner. That's why 2 cars overtook him. If you're watching the streams, not the first time, and you see some rain race here, I always say the same thing. Yo-Yo is some kind of rain champion. He's always driving good in the rain, but looks like today he hasn't took the car choose or whatever. A little bit sliding, good reaction from his side. He just managed to not spin there. Let me see in front here. Samuku is maybe attacking, not maybe. Samuku is attacking. Myth on the right hand side. Managed to keep his position, stay in front from Samuku. GDA is going for the fastest lap. It's a 1:16.3. In my POV, they shouldn't fight too much here, cause yeah, in 10 minutes we have dry weather, and then the race starts from a crash. What an overtake attempt from Samuku. Let's go to the outside view. Well, we don't see too much here. Myth is still there. A big amount of trust, as I always say. If you drive so close, and just behind these 2 drivers we saw Spaghetti. Also Yo-Yo is there in the mix. Very nice driving from the guys here. By the way, Cooper, do you remember the start with the qualifying? Samuku, Myth and Spaghetti doing some kid stuff, and now they have beautiful racing here. This is what's counting. Having a good race, a good fight here, and most important, having a fair fight and a clean race. Of course, we had at the beginning, we had a crash, but yeah. Slightly touched the rear from the Mercedes from Myth, and yeah, managed to keep on track with his Red Bull. And what happened to Ozzy here? He went in for dry tires, so he's the first one on dry tires. He went for an early pit, stick the hard tires, chose the hard tires, and is trying to go to the end of the race without any additional pit stop. Is it a good choice or is it a bad choice? Looks like the track is still a little bit wet. Hopefully he's not losing too much time, or hopefully he's not losing his car. You never know on wet conditions, but it looks like he has the car under control. Maybe at the moment a little bit slower than the other ones, but we see also Myth is going for some dry tires. He also chose the hard tires as well, GDA. Well, GDA chose the medium tires, I should say, but he's not driving. We have 5 seconds. Speeding in pit lane penalty for F Shadow. And GDA is not driving anymore. Looks like the Ghost is driving, maybe also had a disconnect or something else. We still see that Salty is on intermediate tires. He's surely going in now for pit. Where is he ending up? According to the data we see position 5, but I think also 5-second grid penalty, not grid, speeding in pit lane penalty. Spaghetti as well, Samuku as well. WTF. What the fuck? Now let's see, is Myth able to be in front of these guys here? I think yes. Not in front of Salty, but we just see in the back, maybe we should go to position 3. And we have a new leader still on the intermediate tires. Ripster in the McLaren, the teammate from Spaghetti, is leading the race here in Interlagos. Ahead of the Mercedes duo Salty and Myth. On P4 we have Zumuku. And I also see that if we have a look here, let's go to the outside camera, we see Spaghetti has no front wing. He needs to go in again and change the front wing. Looks like it's not his race. Level 114.1. Let's see the old record. Record, not record. It's from Carlson, a 109. So we're driving currently 5 seconds slower than the MRL record on this track here. Now he's serving the 5 seconds penalty for speeding in pit lane. Now he has 0 time penalties. A new front wing. Again, speeding in pit lane. Okay, for Yo-Yo this time. Now I'm sure we will have some very fast laps from Spaghetti. Let's go to the battle here between Samuku and Myth. As you know, Sumuko was the winner of last season's race, and it looks like he's going for an overtake here, just past the standing Mercedes. 111.6 currently the fastest lap for Sumuko, 1 point goes to him if it stays like this. Now it looks like Sumuko's hunting Salty. Again, the fastest sector in sector 1 for Sumuko, it's a 17.5. Close to half a second faster than Salty in front on P1. Also sector 2 is purple for Sumuko, so he's the man who is flying at the moment. Having now some DRS, closing the gap to Salty, but I'm not sure is he able to overtake Salty at the end of the main straight? No, but the new fastest lap, it's a 1:10.684. What a drive from Sumuko here. Looks like he surely want to have the win here in today's race in Interlagos. Now also Myth came a little bit closer to Sumuko. Sumuko is going on the outside, stealing DRS and is now going, I think, for P1, no? We just saw Myth is crossing the line from Sumuko and is going to position 2. That's some very nice driving from Myth, Salty and Sumuko. Again, Sumuko in, what was that, in front from Myth. And if you're wondering what's that Red Bull here in the mix, that's Alpha Shadow. He's 1 lap down. This could be punished from the FIA if he's disturbing the other drivers, not giving space, because if a ghost car is driving close to you or into you, etc, etc, that's a little bit annoying for some drivers, but as long as the drivers don't mention this one, don't go to the stewards, then it's okay. Again, here we just saw that Sumuko is lacking of ERS. Now he did the overtake attempt on Salty again on the main straight. And now pedal to the metal. Try to escape from the Mercedes duo. But as you can see, F Shadow is driving here more or less the same. Well, he's driving the same pace like the front runners here. I'm sure he's hoping for a safety car, then he's right at the back of the field, but again in the mix. A secret NOS button? I don't think so. That's yeah. Look at this gap, not 1 second. So just managed to go under 1 second and stealing some DRS. So are there any other fights here? Just the top 3. Well, just the top 3. It's better than the real Formula 1. We have here Wolverine close to 1 second behind Spaghetti. I'm pretty sure that some drivers are praying for a safety car. Now Wolfing did the overtake. Maybe it wasn't the best choice from Spaghetti to go onto soft tires here. I'm sure he's also praying for a safety car. As well some Muku and Salty because of the 5 seconds time penalty. And let loose some words to Ripster. He's really doing a very good job here. Only close to 5 seconds behind the top drivers here in the podium positions. Sadly has a 5 seconds grid I always say grid penalty, time penalty. Without that he's close to a podium. But the race is still 22 laps to go. Let's have a quick look on the weather. Looks like it stays dry. We only have overcast and light cloudy for the next 15 minutes. The race is surely going longer than 15 minutes. A 1:10.6. Currently fastest lap from Myth. Seems like Sumuku is pushing as hell because he has no ERS left. Empty battery and has no DRS, so he has a little bit of disadvantage here on the main straight. But we know Sumuku. He will defend. He's not sitting in the Red Bull because it's Red Bull. He's sitting in the Red Bull because, yeah, Red Bull drivers are defending as hell. Still a half a second. Myth is closing the gap, but stays behind Sumuku. So currently the fastest lap, it's a 1:10.6 from Myth. So it goes faster than this, 1.4 seconds faster. Time from Carlsen was an amazing time. Well, at the moment the cars are more or less heavy. I think at the end of the race maybe someone is going to change to new soft tires and is maybe going for the fastest lap and the extra point here in the race, and maybe also for the track record. I just had a look to the timings. I think one lap before Spaghetti was close to 1.5 seconds behind Yo-Yo. Now he's driving 5.5 seconds behind Yo-Yo. He doesn't see any damage on his car from the outside. Also, the dashboard is not saying that he has some damage. Maybe it's just the tires that are bad. Would Lewis Hamilton say? And again in front, Smith very close, overlapping Roble here in the Aston Martin. Smith again very close to Samuku, a half a second. That's how you do it. You just saw Ozzy Osman say that, giving nicely space for the approaching drivers. That's how it should be. By the way, on the graphic on the bottom left, you see the throttle input and also the brake input of each driver here. You see that Smith is not fully pressing the brake pedal. It's more or less to the half. Also here, not fully down with the throttle. Here you can't go full throttle, but anyway. It's very interesting to see the driving styles from the drivers here. We have yellow flags in sector 3. Have had, I should say. And it's still the same image. We have Samuku in front of Smith. Smith very close behind Samuku, and there is a gap of close to 3 seconds, 12 seconds to Salty, the second Mercedes driver, and on P4 still McLaren from Ribson. Not losing too much time to Salty ahead. And a massive 46 seconds gap between Ribster and Wolfring. Let's go quickly to Alpha Shadow. That's a ghost car, so he's not driving. Spaghetti's driving, but very slow today. He's continuously losing some time to the car ahead. But maybe saving the tires, 26% of usage in the front and 34% in the back. We have some other drivers like Ripstar, Wolfrin on the mediums who they have 35% of usage. So the tires from Spaghetti are better, in a better shape than the tires of some medium runners. And they're only 1 lap older than the one from Ripster, for example. Is Spaghetti playing the long game? Question mark. Let's go back to the front here. Myth again close to Samuku as it was in the last 5 to 10 laps. I'm pretty sure that Myth is playing also a long game here and just sit on his battery, don't let Samuku escape, and then in the final lap he's overtaking Samuku with a full battery. But I'm pretty sure that Samuku is also saving a lot of battery, cause if Myth don't wanna overtake, then he can sit behind him and he's just charging the battery as well. So Samuku knows these mind games, these little games here in the Formula 1. F1 23 game. Might be the same also in F1 24. Let's see here, we have already 3 stops from F Shadow, some 2 stoppers, and a slide from Yo-Yo. We have yellow flags, green flags again. Here you see the tire age, so the oldest tire is the one from Myth and Aussie, 16 laps old. Hard tires. And now Myth went for the overtake. Something happened here. Okie dokie, Salty went in to change his tires. Get rid of the 5 seconds time penalty and stick with new medium rubber and is going for a hunt on the Ripster. Also here again, too wide driving through this very tricky section here. What do you guys think? Is Ripster coming in to change his tires as well, or is he staying out? This is 44% of usage of his tires. We just see that Samuku is coming in for pit. He's surely going on to new mediums. Get rid of the 5 seconds time penalty. Ripster stayed out. Now it gets very tactical here. Tactical race. Looks like Samuku is staying in front of Salty. Close to 3 seconds gap after the pit stop from him and Salty. Is Samuku able to close the gap of 23 seconds to Myth? 11 laps to go. Well, we all know that Myth is a very good and very fast driver, but I think it is a tricky job. Samuku didn't went for mediums, Samuku went for soft tires. Wow, what a choice. We just missed the fastest lap from Salty, it's a 1:10.4. Now we have the fastest sector 1 from Samukra, 17.1, close as fast as in the qualifying. Let's go into the cockpit cam and see how he's hammering his Red Bull through the corners here. Also purple sector 2. Wow. We just saw 109.5 from Samuku. Very impressive. Samuku gained 3 to 4 seconds to Myth on that last lap. We have 3 seconds time penalty for multiple warnings for Ripster. Still sitting on his position 4. But the man who is flying at the moment is surely Samuku. Do you guys have any predictions who is winning the race? I'm sure you wanna hear my predictions. I'm gonna go for Samuku on P1. Then we might have Myth on P2 and Salty on P3. You just see that he gained a half a second in the first sector on this lap. But there is still 16 seconds gap to Myth on P1. And only 8 laps to go. It's, yeah. It needs to be 2 seconds faster. 1.2 seconds gain in sector 2 and in the last sector 0.3 seconds gain, so he just gained 2 seconds within 1 lap. But he needs to keep up this pace until the end of the race. It's gonna be a tricky one to win here the race, but we never know. As we see, let's go quickly to Myth. We see his tires are the usage of 51% in front and on the left. So his tires are getting slower and slower and slower. You see 14.5 seconds gap now between Myth and Samuku. So it's I think it's a battle until the end of the race. And maybe Myth or Samuku are getting a time penalty for some track limits. Myth, Samuku, Salty, also a good one, Cooper. So now let's go quickly through the field. Samuku here on position 2. Let's see what he did in the last races. The last race he drove was P4 in Qatar. a P3 in Monza, a P2 in Zandvoort, Netherlands, and a P1 in Spa, Belgium. Then let's go to Salty. Salty had some very good results this season, so P5 last time out in Mexico, P1 in Kota, he won the race on one of my favorite tracks, Circuit of the Americas in Austin, P5 in Qatar, P5 as well in Japan, P4 in Singapore, P11 Monza, P11 in Zandvoort. Yeah, he need to save a lot of rubber in the last laps. Well, only 6 laps to go and his usage is 54. He might survive without an exploding tires. Let's have a look to the Ripster results. Last time out in Mexico, P7. A DNF in Kota, P8 in Qatar, and a P9 in Japan. Also, Wolfrin had some nice results during this season. 6 in Mexico, 6 in Kota, 7 in Qatar, and 7 in Japan. I've shed a 3 seconds time penalty. And I mentioned it once in a while during the stream. The last 3 times when Yo-Yo drove a Grand Prix here in the MRL, he ended up on the podium. P3 in Monza, P3 in Kota, and a P3 in Japan. Yeah, 3 seconds time penalty. Somehow he likes the number 3. I'm not sure. He also has a number 3 on his driver number, as you see. 73. And GDA had some very unlucky races. Twice a P4 in Mexico and Kota, then 4 times a DNF. He hasn't finished the race, but he's doing good today. Looks like he's ghosted, but he's driving. Let's go to P9. Ozzy Osman said that. Let's see him. He DNF'd in the last race in Mexico and had a nice P8 in Kota. Probably had very unlucky races. Yeah, often some problems with the gear. He's not driving today. Today his Ghost is driving. He tried to, but yeah. Let's hope for a better game, which is released soon. And the current leader in the driver standings, Spaghetti, still driving here. Yeah. Not his race. He has ended up on P2 in Mexico, P2. Sorry, in Texas, Austin, Kota, P2. P1 in Qatar, DNF in Japan, P6 in Singapore, P2 in Monza, P1 in Zandvoort, Netherlands. But let's keep focused here on the track. We don't have any close gaps. This is, I think, the closest one. We need to watch 7.4 seconds. Yeah, he closed the gap, but I'm not sure if he can do it until the end. Yeah. We also saw here that Salty went for a new soft rubber. red rubber on his car. He's going for the fastest lap, maybe also for the track record. But let's see. Back to Sumuku. Yeah, looks like his progress has ended. Only 3 laps to go and 7 seconds. But I see the tires from Myth has 62% of usage. Asamuku is going in again. Maybe his tires are also very close to explode. Maybe he also realized that Salty came in and Sumuku want to have the fastest lap point. And I'm pretty sure that Myth is coming in as well, sticking new tires. Then we have a fight for the fastest lap here in Interlagos. Might be cool. And Rips are currently figuring on P3 but has a 3-second time penalty. And Salty behind him has some soft rubber, very fast soft rubber on his car, so Rips might end up on P4 unless he finds some pace on his tires, in his tires. You see the top 7 drivers, everybody has soft tires. As I said, here there's been Myth is going out and is hunting now the fastest lap point for the fastest lap. And we can do just one more bet. A 109.289 is the current track record. Do we see another track record today? I say yes. We do. Let's go to the first one. Who has a purple sector 117.1. Salt is flying but has now Ripster in front of him. He's surely blocking a little bit. He's losing some time. Yes, green sector 2. Not sure if he can go for the fastest lap here in this race. We have a 109.0. That's a new track record. What a lap, 109.0 from Sumuku. If Salty doesn't do it, then Sumuku is doing it. And just wait, we have one more bullet in the gun. You know about whom I'm talking about. Myth in the Mercedes. I just want to let you know that Sumuku has done again a purple sector 1. Is he going to improve his track record? Nope. But it was the last lap. Maybe we have here a fastest lap from Myth. Yes, it's a fastest lap. And a new track record, it's a 108.819. Very nice driving from Sumuku, of course, but Myth, he won the Grand Prix here in Interlagos, Brazil, Sao Paulo. Sumuku on P2, then we have Salty on P3, very nice result for Mercedes. Then we have Ripster in the McLaren on P4. Then it might be Wolfin on P5. FS Shadow already passed the start finish line, ending up on P6. Yo-Yo on P7. Aussie maybe ending up on P8, but he has a 3-second time penalty. Can he achieve P8 or P9? P8. Nice one from Aussie. Then we have P9 GDA. P10 the Ghost Driver from Roble, and P11 for Spaghetti. Yeah, was a nice race. Some tactics, some fights for the fastest lap. It was very funny to see at the end that 3 drivers tried to catch up the fastest lap point, the extra point, and also trying to have a track record. Because the old track record has been out of season 4 and we are in season 7. Well, nice achievement. Nice achievement. So let's go here. Quickly do this stuff here. So again, the result, Myth and Mercedes on P1, then we have Samuku on P2, Salty P3, Ripster P4, Wolfram 5, FS Shadow 6, Yo-Yo 7, Aussie on 8, GDA 9, Aroble 10, and Spaghetti on P11. Yes, as always, we do have some interviews here. If the drivers like to talk, want to talk with me, then we go for celebrations here. A very nice P3 from Salty in the Mercedes. What a race!
Yeah. I this time I'm more happy than when I won. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Salty, why more happy now instead of winning a Grand Prix? It was what was it?
Because that was just an accident win, and I would be happy if not my teammates' PC shut down.
Yeah, well, it was a very nice at the end. 3 drivers went for soft rubber, for the red ones, and you as well, Samuku, and also Myth came in to get the fastest lap point. First you achieved it, then Samuku, and then finally in the last lap, Myth on P1, also track record. Beautiful driving.
Yeah. But how am I? No, so you know there is the out lap from the pit, and then the first normal lap.
Yeah.
And I pushed the second one.
You pushed the second one. Okay.
So maybe Chris set it before than me.
Yeah, Chris said it before. Then he went for another one. Then he had again a purple sector 1. And then he had a yellow sector 2, and finally I think the sector 3 was again green. But yeah, finally Myth won the race. Some serious points for him. I'm not sure what happened to Andreas Ackerspagett, what happened to him. I'm pretty not sure. He ended up on P11, very slow pace. I'm not sure if he drove or his nephew drove or somebody else, but he went on soft tires, and not sure if he went for 20 laps on soft or something, and surely then he's driving slower. But very nice driven from your side, and as well a beautiful, very beautiful tow from Myth to achieve your qualifying pole position.
Yeah. That's Slipstream helped me. Yeah.
That was very close when Myth went to the right and you you drove out the pole position. Was very nice driving, very nice teamwork, and I thought you're playing the whole race some team games, but Spaghetti weren't able to drive, but you needed to do some team games against Samuku. Very nice.
Yeah.
Next week. What is next week? Next week's race is beautiful Las Vegas. Any predictions? You like Las Vegas?
Predictions. I hope we will have even a race. I don't know what will happen next week.
I think we just race. If there are only 4 drivers, we just race with 4 drivers. We just need to finish the season. Doesn't matter, and we just end up the season with next week Las Vegas and then Abu Dhabi, the last race in this game. Then we switch over soon to F1 24. But Las Vegas is very tricky, right?
No grip, that is the trick.
Yeah, so we have safety car. But we never know. Yeah, Salty, any words to your fans, family, rivals, teammate?
To Zoku.
Yeah.
As driver of this race, he was very fast, even without airs. Yeah.
Okay.
It was hard to follow him and stay in his DRS, and I also made a mistake. But also Shadow was very annoying.
Yeah, that's the ghost car.
I think Shadow should be penalized because that's so. I don't want to swearing.
Yeah.
He was lap down and he is disturbing us. That was so. I was so mad at that point, and I think I did mistake because of him.
Okay.
Because I couldn't see the corner.
Yeah. I was saying during the stream that it's very annoying if a ghost driver who is lapped is always very close by, and normally the driver should give some space and so on. But if nobody is reporting, then it's fine.
Sorry, Mike. It's fine to be part of the train, but he always should be at the very behind, the last driver of the train.
Yeah.
And just gain DRS on other people.
Yeah. But that's another story, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Salty. Again, congratulations for another podium in your career in the Monday Racing League, and hopefully see you next week in beautiful Las Vegas. Take care, Salty.
I will be here if we race.
Cool.
Don't worry.
Cool. Thank you.
Don't mind.
Bye, Salty. Bye.
Bye.
Now let's go to the boy in the Red Bull, who had a very nice race today, fighting with Spaghetti Myth in the amazing qualifying you provided to us, and little boys are playing, and But
well, they wanted to do a last to first challenge.
Okay.
They wanted to do that, and then I see Andreas starting on P5 on the main race. So I was thinking, like, well, P5 is not at the back of the grid. Well, and Mattia was talking about how much he wanted to gift the win to Zolti, and then he just vanished and didn't pit. So yeah, that was that.
Okay. The little boys are playing. As long as you have fun, it's cool. I was a little bit okay. What should I say? They know each other very well, and normally they don't drive like this. And
we were thinking about it when we were doing qualifying. We were thinking about, okay, what is Mike thinking right now?
you can hear it later on in the stream anyway. But yeah, your race you had some amazing pace today, as always here on this track in Brazil. I think it's one of your most loved tracks, otherwise you're not always on the podium, etc, etc, etc. You like it, right?
I'm always on the podium. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Well,
You realized when you said it, huh?
yeah, you need to come more often to race here, then I'm more up to date, because if I watch here, you had a P4 in Qatar, a P3 in Monza, P2 in Zandvoort, a P1 in Spa,
See?
then a double DNF.
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, just so you know, my main goal for the remaining season is just to do everything that Spaghetti won't get the championship.
Oh, come on.
That's my main goal. I'm not gonna do it on an unfair way. I'm just gonna battle him harder as everybody else. So yeah, that's my main goal.
And
in my year off, he can't have the championship. Don't worry.
you just need to go to a P1, then you steal some points from Myth and Spaghetti. And having another win.
For me, it's over anyway, so I'm rooting for Mattia. I'd rather have Mattia be a triple crown champion instead of Andreas winning, so all good.
So I see if Angelo is not driving your teammate next season and you're driving next season, season 8, then maybe you have a new partner.
He won't drive?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but maybe
We'll see.
Mute, somebody else with an M. Mute, maybe that's a good teammate to
Bring back Mute as teammates.
bring back Mute as teammate and win the Constructor Championship.
I should bring somebody that hasn't like similar pace like me. I need a Rob to a Spaghetti. I need you know what I mean? I need somebody who can assist me and not double stack me in the pits. That's the problem.
Yeah. These are all tactics, and race engineers are also wanted, and maybe we see
Exactly.
soon every team has a separate race engineer, or everybody's listening to the stream while driving. That's the other one. But yeah, next week we have Las Vegas. I'm not sure if you like that track.
I love it.
Really?
I love it. 0-0 wings. Let's go.
Okay, I see some stuff approaching for qualifying next Monday. Yeah, any last words?
I have to see if I can join.
No, you
We'll
have
see.
to. You have to. You have to. It's second last race this season, so yeah. Any last words, fans, family, cats, dogs, mouses, and so on?
It's gonna be for my dog, Andreas. I'm coming for you. Don't worry, you won't win the championship.
Okie dokie.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining today, and see you next
Bye
week,
bye.
hopefully. Cheers, Chris.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And again, we have Myth again on P1, again on the podium, as more or less the whole season, except some
races,
some shitty races, and then you have some very good races, and like today. I was thinking that Samuku is catching you.
Yeah.
He came very close. Went in for new soft tires. You went in one lap later, and yeah, you achieved the track record.
I won the war. I won the war of the fast lap.
Yeah, and also the track record.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to beat. Very hard, because it's a lap from fresh softs on the last lap, so it's basically a qualifying lap. Going to be hard to beat in future, I think.
Yeah, it's 108.8 something, and the old one has been from Carlos a 109.2. That was also a very impressive lap, but you did a 108.8. Crazy. But it was the last lap, as you said, and Yeah, you had very nice battles with Chris Sumuku, I should say, in the Red Bull. Have you been happy that he drove today?
Yeah, obviously not, obviously not. I was saying yes, then I was thinking about this again.
Yes, no,
Nah,
yes, no.
it was fine. It's I think it's fine to have a competition because Andreas apparently cannot do the race.
Yeah,
So.
today he fucked up this race, but
Nah, not only today. Come on, look at the whole season.
no,
Look at the whole season.
no, he did very well. He started very bad,
Yeah.
horrible start for McLaren, like real McLaren last
Yeah.
season, and he
And
did
then
a
they came
very
back.
good races, and yeah, now I think it's more or less even. You're leading, I think, now the driver championship with more or less 8 to
Wow.
10 points or something. And
No. You have to consider the sprint.
yeah, sprint spaghetti
So
on
with
P6
this-
or something. Not sure anymore. Anyway,
Yes.
yes, no, yes. And yeah, we only have 2 races left, so Las Vegas gonna be
It'll be fun then.
a very funny race. Yeah, let's
Well,
see.
a bit of a train, a bit of a sketchy race to be, and
Yeah,
then Abu Dhabi.
and then finally Abu Dhabi. But you like Las Vegas? I don't like it at all.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say? if you like seeing people, maybe, I mean, for a spectator point of view, it's going to be okay because you might see pieces of front wing in every straight corner, every sector, every lap. There's going to be at least one crash. I guarantee you. So
Well, I think
it's I think the most dangerous track out of the world.
I think it's a very annoying race, especially for the commentator to, again, 2 laps safety car. What should I say? On the left, I just see Paris, the Bellagio, and there is another front wing. Then 2 laps of racing, and then again some safety car or DNFing or whatever. But let's see, let's keep fingers crossed that I think last season we haven't had any safety car in Las Vegas.
No, you're totally wrong. We had like 5. We had like 5 safety cars. Like,
Or was it
I
Monaco?
remember it very well. Yeah, Monaco was. It was
Monaco,
Monaco.
no safety
We
car.
had 5 safety cars. I think virtual safety cars.
Okay.
Like, I think the final 2 safety cars were like the last 10 laps as well. But it was just crazy.
Yeah, okay.
I don't understand a thing.
Okay, dear viewers of the stream, you know you need to have some beers and just sit back and relax.
Yeah, there's some beers. Maybe some beers will be enough.
And
This should be enough.
yeah, so you have plans for Las Vegas? No? Going again for a podium or just
I mean,
ending in front
Las
of Spaghetti?
Vegas. Well, do you want to be in front? I mean, maybe for the last lap I will be behind. What do you think?
Well,
Because there is a bit of a long straight to overtake, so I might be behind last lap, you know, unless it's going dodgy DRS games,
yeah.
which
Well,
it used to be.
I think, in my POV, I would highly appreciate that you and Spaghetti are going into the last race at the same point
Even
level.
points.
Even
Well,
points. That would be very crazy. So we have one last
Yeah, but
race.
how is that
decides?
happening? How is that happening?
I don't know.
What's the difference between us? It's going to be difficult to think.
I don't know yet.
It's very unlikely we're going to be even. Very unlikely.
Maybe you don't.
But
Maybe you don't need to
very
start.
close, yes.
You don't need to start next race.
Yeah, yes,
Spaghetti
yes.
needs to finish on P5 or something. Then you have even points. But let's see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
We will see.
Any last words to fans, family, rivals, cats, mouse, and dogs?
Yeah, I would say to the lap cars to please don't be in the way for the whole race. That's it. because there were many lap cars who were just going
Yeah.
like through me every sector in the first stint of the medium
That was,
on the dry tires. It was so annoying. You have no idea how annoying it was.
Yeah,
Even Salty complained, I think.
I was mentioning on the stream that normally the lap cars shouldn't be fighting as well, but it was funny to see that Death Shadow had pace to drive the same pace you guys had in front, but normally
one lap later.
One lap later, but yeah. And Yo-Yo came as well once, and I think the only one who drove correctly was Mancerat, Ozzy. He saw cars coming, blue flags, and he did
it was very good. He was very good
to the
on
right,
that.
And yeah. I think
it was very good on that. I appreciate it a lot.
I think he wrote the rule book. Because you can be penalized for that. But anyway, so thank you, Mattia. And hopefully see you next week in Las Vegas, and have a good week.
I think we will.
Yeah, you have to. Take care, Mattia.
Take care, Mike. Have a good week. Bye bye, Mike. Let's rock.
Yeah, that was it for today. A little bit longer interviews than usual, because we needed to clarify some stuff we saw at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, you had some explanations, or how do you say? They explained it, let's say this way. And yeah, let's keep fingers crossed that Spaghetti and Myth are ending up on even points for the last race in Abu Dhabi. But next week we're going to Las Vegas, the United States. Beautiful Vegas and night race. Hope you're joining again. And I wish you a happy week. Take care. Have a good evening, and cheers. Bye bye.